Brittany and Brett from Brittany and Three Sons. You sat your ice cream in my seat. It's wet. Anyways.
Okay.
This is our video of baby items that we regret buying or receiving, which we don't regret receiving anything, you know. That's awesome. But just things that there's hype about and we just really don't see the point, you know. Which every single baby is different. I know with 3 sons, you know, 21 months apart and then 20 months apart between the last two. They are so different in things they like. So, with that being said, I guess we'll start this one, which we did just do the video of things that we loved. So, that one I think is kind of long, but you can check that one out too. Like I said, this is just our personal thoughts. Alright, baby item. Bible. Baby items we regret buying. For me, the Moby. Like I said, we tried a bunch of different carriers. We tried, I had a 7 slings, which I got, you know, just pay shipping, you know, with the whole car seat caboodle thing, which their nursing pillow, that's another one I regret getting. Their nursing cover was nice, but I didn't get to breastfeed, so I only got to use it for a week. But, I mean, it was nice, and if I would have been able to breastfeed, it would have been awesome. But the nursing cover, I can't remember where I got that. It's through the whole car seat canopy, 7 slings, the nursing pillow that comes with all that stuff. It's this thing, and you get like all these coupons where all you have to do is pay shipping on them and stuff. And like I said, the nursing pillow, it was supposed to be like the Boppy, which I absolutely love the Boppy, but it was flat. I mean, not real flat, but it was like that thick. It wasn't very thick. It wasn't, you know, I used it for a neck pillow.
It was more C-shape rather than a U-shape, like the Boppy. I don't know. It was just really wide. Like the Boppy fits a baby in it.
The Boppy's fits perfect, and the other one just, I was not impressed.
Yeah.
The 7 slings, it's fit to size, so you have to get it, you know, if you breastfeed and get big up there, chesty, then it's probably not going to work. And I just don't like it because I feel like the baby's like all pushed into you, and there's not... I don't know. It fit me really good, and I used it once with Zealand before I had Archer, just around the house and stuff, and it put a lot of strain on my neck, so I didn't really like it.
Going back to the Moby,
that
was the one that was super
long fabric.
Yeah, it's like 7 foot long piece of fabric. You had to wrap it
I mean, it is awesome. If you could figure out how to just wrap it real quick, but with 3 kids wanting to get into Walmart and stuff, it just did not... It does not work for us, so I wanted a carrier that was actually, you know, stiff and full. I had the one, I cannot remember the name of it. It crisscrossed in the back, and then it had a sling here and a sling here. And that one, we still have that one. And that one's, it's okay, but I really like I said, I really like the Ergo. Another one was a San Diego baby nursing pillow, which I got at the hospital because I joined into the nursing group and stuff whenever we were in NICU, and I got, you know, 40% off or something, so I didn't have to pay very much for it. And it was like this pillow, and it was this stiff pillow, stiff. You could not, yeah, it was super thick. It came out kind of like, I don't know. Like
I told
a
her
tray.
I made fun of her when she got it because I told her it looked like a cat bed. It seriously had like this little like mesh thing that you pulled up too, so it kind of covered.
Yeah, it had a nursing cover into it. It zipped into the lining of it, and you could put it over your head, and it was like mesh so that, you know, the baby could breathe. It was breathable, and I mean, it was a really good idea. It came with a strap that went around your back, and it had a...
It just looked extreme. It looked like something that the people wear at baseball games, like when they're holding it with the popcorn. It looked like a popcorn tray.
It kind of looked like that.
It exactly looked like that.
Sorry.
And I don't see how I don't see how the baby's comfortable in it though.
It wasn't. It was so stiff
it can't
that I just don't. I don't know. It wasn't very pillowy.
Contour like.
But like I said, it had like a back piece on it. Like, I don't know. It's like that tall to where you could wrap it around your back, and you'd have something supporting your back and all kinds of stuff. It looked awesome.
It would have been a good back thing, but probably not a very good front.
It looked awesome, but it wasn't for me, and like I said, we couldn't breastfeed, so I ended up donating it, I think. The second one for me which, I mean, for everybody else, it would have been awesome. And for me, the first week, it was awesome. But a breast pump. Do not, and I repeat, do not buy a breast pump until you know that you can breastfeed or that your baby can handle the milk. Because none of mine could. None of my boys could handle breast milk. And I was not able to breastfeed. My body didn't let me. I pumped, I think 3 weeks with Riley. But I didn't get an electric pump until the very last couple of days, and I had already dried up because I had a hand pump. Don't buy a hand pump. No, just don't do it. It sucks. I could never get enough suction, and then when I did, it popped and it broke. It snapped in half. Don't do that. But I got a breast pump with him, an electric one, and I dried up from not being able to pump, and I didn't get to use it very much. And then with Zealand, I got donated one from Wick, and I used it, and it was awesome. But he had to be on soy formula, so I got to use it for a week, and then I returned it because he couldn't handle the milk and he was getting sick. And then Archer, he spent 2 weeks in NICU, and I actually, my insurance covered a pump, and I got the pump from them. It was this really nice backpack Medela. I was so excited because I got it, and he couldn't handle the milk, and my body, for some reason, does not like me, and I couldn't do it. So, I mean, yeah, I didn't have to pay for it, but I really wish I wouldn't have gotten it because, I couldn't just return it to them to give to somebody else. So that kind of sucked. And, there's a lot of guidelines along with, donating pumps and stuff, which I did end up finding a place that would finally take it. But, yeah, it just, I don't know. All babies are so different, and it's, if you don't have the insurance that will cover it or have a place that will lend one to you, then it's a lot of money that you might be wasting, or it might be awesome if you can breastfeed. I mean, yeah, it would be. If I could have breastfed, it would have been amazing. But it just didn't work for us.
Well, the breast pump that Archer, that the insurance covered, it was a $350 pump. And it, like she said, it was in a backpack, and it was super nice.
It was really nice.
But we did buy a pump for Riley before he was here. We did buy one, and after we realized that he wasn't going to be able to use it, we had a heck of a time. Nobody would take it back. We had the receipt, we had the box, we had everything for it. But that's what I was going to get to. Returning it is a pain. Even if it's not, even the box not even open, some places do restrict. They won't even let you return it, period, because it's just a hygiene thing. With Archer, we did buy one ahead of time, but it was like maybe $119 one. It wasn't too much. I can't remember what brand. I think it was an Even Flow, or something.
Or was it Avent? I think it might have been Avent.
Avent, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, but it was a double pump, and we hadn't opened the box. We had the receipt. We had everything, and they would not let us return it.
No, the seal was still on it and everything.
So that's very good advice. Don't buy one until you're absolutely sure that your kids are going to do it. And a lot of hospitals, they provide you with one anyways.
Yeah, if you're in the hospital and say your baby won't latch or goes into NICU, a lot of hospitals have pumps, hospital grade pumps there, so that lets you kind of test out the pumps and see if that is for you or not. So, I mean, I would just, I would hold off. And personally, after going through 3 kids and not being able to breastfeed them, if we have another one, I know my body's not going to let me. It hasn't let me the last 3 times, so I think that's something, it sucks, but I think that's something we're going to steer clear of this next time, because we put a lot of money into breastfeeding products this last time, because we had all the storage stuff and everything, because I was dead set. It was going to work. It was going to work. We had so much stuff, storage bottles and freezer bottles and all kinds of stuff, though.
But if you do buy one, Medela is definitely the best that we've come across.
Yeah, that's my favorite. Okay, the next one, I talked about in my favorites about bottles. A lot of people, are like, oh, these bottles look awesome, and, buy, 10 of them because you need a lot of bottles if you do get to bottle feed or whatever. Don't do that. Don't do that. Maybe buy 2, just, the first couple of days you might have to wash them a lot, but buy 2 of a couple different brands to test out, because what Riley liked, Zealand hated. And what Zealand liked, Archer hated. And with Archer, we went through the breast-like, the natural Avents. I can't remember the name of them. We had, I think we had like 15 of those. Because I asked for, we didn't need a lot of other things, so I asked for bottles and stuff. And that
Archer couldn't handle it.
It
was too much air.
Too much air. So then we switched to, I've heard awesome things about Dr. Brown bottles. The problem I think with that was we started off with the wide nipple, and Dr. Brown bottles had the little nipples, and Archer, he would not take it. We had to go that day.
Spit it out everywhere.
We had to go that day and go back, and to the store and buy different bottles that day because he absolutely hated them. And I thought for sure those were going to be the ones. So I made the mistake again and bought, 2-3 packages. So finally we ended up with the Tommy TPs, the colic ones, and we got set. But yeah, do not buy a bunch of bottles of the same brand. Buy a couple of different brands and then see what your baby likes, because babies are picky. They really are. They're so picky.
And the colic ones are definitely the good buy because, you never know. Archer has spitting up issues, and we didn't know that until we started using different bottles.
He's on Nexium, and there for a while we were doing Nexium and gas drops and gripe water. I mean, he was picky. But finally, when we switched to the Tommy TPs, we still do the Nexium, but we don't have to do the gas drops or anything. With the bottles, the nipples and stuff, and picky babies, with that being said, pacifiers. Archer was super picky. I found all kinds of cute pacifiers, all kinds, that I thought, these are so cute, I'm going to get them. And the only pacifier that kid will take is a ma'am. Zealand was the same way. I thought maybe if I introduced a couple different ones, to Archer in the beginning and switched them out and stuff, maybe he would like them. No, he was all ma'am. Once we tried the ma'am, that's what he wanted. So, and not saying you do pacifiers. I know some parents don't do pacifiers, but we do. The next one, which I lived by. I mean, I was so, with the other two, awesome. Sleepers. Zip up sleepers, awesome buys. But Archer hates them. Absolutely hates them. Will not wear a sleeper. Buttons, zippers, none of it. He absolutely hates sleepers. So that was the biggest waste of money, was I bought all these sleepers because, just in the house, they'd be awesome, going to bed, they're awesome, and no, he won't have it. So he's just this random piggy ass baby. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to cuss. Okay, another one is buying clothes ahead of time. I have always done that. I've always bought up to 6 months with all the babies. And with Archer, I bit myself in the ass with that. Because I bought all of his baby clothes all the way up to 6 months, so I wouldn't have to buy clothes for the first 6 months. Biggest mistake. Because, here I had, 3 months summer stuff because he'd still, a July baby. He'd still kind of be summery and everything. And he was guesstimated to be around 11 pounds if I would have went to full term. He was supposed to be a big baby. And he was born at 36 weeks, 6'4", and he's 8 months now and 13 pounds. 13 pounds. He's supposed to be an 11-pound baby. He's 8 months and he's 13 pounds. Can a 13-pound baby fit into, let's see, he's 8 months old, so like 9 months, 6 to 9 month clothes? No, not at all. He is still into 0 and 3s. 0 to 3s and 3 months, some 3 to 6s. So my sizing for the rest of summer, which was kind of okay because I got a newborn, but then I got some, I didn't know if he's even going to fit in newborn. We actually didn't get that many newborn. We had to go to the store, after he was born and buy a bunch of newborn clothes before he came from the hospital. So, which we had the 2 weeks in NICU, so that gave us time to do that. But he has been a pain. I love him to death. Oh my gosh, I love him so much. But he has I thought, 3 kids, I know what I'm doing. I got this. No, all kids are different. It's crazy. because yeah, all his sizes were off. I bought him, you know, outfits for Christmas and everything ahead of time, and they were all the wrong sizes. So I had to figure out what I was doing with those, and you know, here I spent all this money on clothes and stuff, and I'm still trying to sell his newborn to 3 month summer stuff because he never got to wear it. I bought so much 0 to 3 summer and 3 months summer, and he never wore any of it. I mean, it was ridiculous. I bit myself in the ass with that. I thought, hey, I'm going to be prepared. I'm going to have all this stuff and everything. And I just, nope. He's still, I mean, he could still wear the stuff that I'm trying to sell, but it's not dead of winter anymore. Hopefully we're getting ready to go into spring, but it's still, I couldn't believe it. So many cute outfits, and he never got to wear them because he's so tiny. And I mean, that goes the same way if you have a big baby. Zealand, he passed up all of his clothes before he got to wear them because he was big. He was 8'3" when he was born. He almost didn't fit in newborn. He was pretty much into 0 to 3s in 3 months when he was born. So, I mean, it really, say buy ahead of time, and I don't know. You just have to see how your kid grows. Riley, he was in 12 months for almost a year. I mean, it's just, you never know. You really never know. Each kid is a guess. They really are. They're all guesses. But those are the things we regret buying or whatever. Oh, I didn't talk about double strollers. Double strollers. Joggers. Double jogging strollers are huge. They're huge. We don't have a lot of space in our van because we have 3 car seats. And then we have a small umbrella stroller for Riley if he gets wore out. The double joggers, we've gone through 3 of those, just trying to find one, and they are so big and heavy. We've had a side-by-side umbrella, and I didn't like that because I couldn't put Archer's car seat into it. Let's see, we had the Grayso we had a Grayso double. And that was fine when we had our Grayso car seat, but then we had the car seat incident, and we had to, you know, get rid of that car seat. So our baby trend car seat, the new one, didn't fit onto the Grayso stroller. So that's why we had to return that one, and we had to get the baby trend double. But I mean, strollers, keep your receipts, because we've just double strollers from, you know, Zealand's 2.5. So 2.5 years we've gone through, I think 6 or 7 double strollers before we found one that we like, that we absolutely love now. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot of trial and error with kids. It really is. What works for some kids isn't going to work for all kids. What works for your first child might not work for your second or your third, or it might work for all of them. So I mean, you're going to have products that you love with one that you absolutely hate with another. So that has it. But I guess that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. I mean, if you haven't checked out the products that we love video, go ahead and check it out and subscribe. More videos to come. See you guys.